Good afternoon, everybody. This is the business session number 2. If you haven't checked out the first one, have a look at my page. I've posted it. I've also shared it to a couple of groups because that's part of the awareness I want to create regarding this local business support program and also the business mentions. I'm only charging $10 per session. I can't guarantee how many sessions I will have because when it comes to business, when it comes to admin, there's always a lot to talk about. A lot of people want to know. So you decide how many sessions you want to book ahead for. I've asked on my WhatsApp for local businesses to send their stuff to promote as well. I haven't received as much as what I wanted, but it's fine. It's your choice. I can't force you. So if you want to send your stuff and let me know. Then it's an affordable platform to assist you with your marketing, getting your name out there as well, and not just with the posters that we do, the normal posting that we do. It's to create an additional platform. So currently with the local business support program, I assist local businesses with free marketing posters, with a to do the social media marketing and free business advice. Okay, I can't force everybody to do what I tell them. That's not how it works. It's just purely advice. So it's like use it, don't use it, it's your choice. So with that, what I do is I post it on Facebook. I do it on Facebook stories, Instagram stories. I share your stuff on Twitter, on LinkedIn, TikTok, and also mostly on my WhatsApp status. Okay, that's free, no fees regarding that. So this is an additional platform I'm creating because if you noticed, just check on your WhatsApp statuses. If you have a specific status, say for instance somebody is celebrating a birthday, okay, I'm using one for example, not like yesterday. I had one for a birthday on my status. I had about almost like 150 views on that one, but only four people sent a congratulations message, like a happy birthday message, to pass on to that person. Okay, but if you look at how many people that actually viewed it versus actually sending a message, then you're like, what? And so on the views, obviously not everybody knows the person, but when you look at the people that actually do know the person, yet they see it, yet they don't react. It's the same with marketing. Exactly the same thing. People might see your poster, they might know about it, they won't necessarily do something about it. So the consistency is important. So what I'm trying to do is not just on that kind of platforms, but also to create an additional platform to assist our local businesses. We need so many help. If it's not Eskom that's making things difficult, it's petrol prices making things difficult. There's a massive sense of competition currently, okay, because everybody is doing something, because everybody is trying to survive. And the only thing I'm trying to create is a platform where everybody can be promoted, everybody can get assistance, because every little bit goes a long way. So and that's what it's about. So I do business mentions for $10 per session. It's your choice. I have spoken to radio stations and they charge an enormous amount of fees, but once again, everybody has their own budgets. All I'm doing is I'm trying to create a platform for people that are battling. If you can't afford the radio, this is an option. If you can afford the radio and you want to do the radio, you do the radio. Do you. That's the most important thing. Do what you can do for your business with your budget. I'm trying to create a platform for businesses that don't have the budget at this point in time. Keep in mind now, every business is actually big business. We're only starting out small. A baby doesn't like, when it comes to birth, it's not an adult, it's a baby. The baby first needs to learn to sit up, crawl, stand up, walk, run, grow. Same with the business. It's the exact same thing. So patience is very, very important. Right? There's a lot of patience that needs to go with it. So keep that in mind. So with your journey along the way, so one of the messages I got back was, so what do I do? So I'm Justin Mans. I'm the owner of Admin Headache Solutions. I basically do what my company name says, Admin Headache Solutions. Whatever admin issues you're dealing with, you probably don't have the time to sort it out. That's what I do. So instead of having it in the back of your mind the whole time, not getting to it, that eventually has an impact on your performance during the day. You're not as effective, you're not as focused. So my priority goal is you need to focus on making the money. I focus on sorting out your admin. And with that collaboration, your business can actually move forward. Because if you can purely focus on seeing people, building relationships, and actually having that FaceTime without having to worry, I still need to do my social media marketing. I still need to register on that platform. I still need to do my CIDB, or I need to do my annual returns for CIPC or tax returns. I need to my CSD needs to be updated. So all those kind of things that I can do for you in the background. So you focus on what you need to do. Maybe you're in construction or you're in civil engineering. So now you're on site, but you must still sort out your letter of good standing. You haven't had a chance to do that, to do your return of earnings. I can help you with that. Maybe you need to do your 3-year renewal at CIDB, but you haven't had a chance to do it. You need to upgrade your current grading, but you haven't had a chance. That's why I come in, because keep in mind, if you tender and your accreditations are not up to date, it can cause that you're not eligible for that tender. They can kick you out, and that's purely on a technicality. Same with a BE certificate. So the idea is that you focus on what you do and let me focus on what I do, and we work together in that sense for helping you. Maybe you're a mechanic, so your speciality might be working on engines or panel beating or spray painting, whatever it is. But keep in mind, your admin still needs to be in place. You still need to have a business card. You still need to have a marketing poster, do social media. Who's doing your letterheads? Who's doing your letters for what you need? Who's doing your different kind of registrations at different places? So there's a lot of stuff that still needs to happen in the background. So instead of adding more stress, because you need to focus on making the money, and what normally happens is admin lags, but you can't have a successful business without proper admin. Same with what I do with bank statement processing. So you give me your bank statement, and I do the processing. So I will do your line for line processing. I don't want access to your bank. You just send me the statement. I do your line for line transactions. I do your balancing of your bank, and then I create a summary of what you spend on what you spend it. There's a lot of times there's like duplicate transactions. There's some stuff where you can save money on, instead of doing cash withdrawals, rather do a EFT. Instead of doing cash deposits, rather do an EFT. Because cash withdrawals, cash deposits has a huge amount of bank charges attached to it. So then I advise on those kind of things. So there's a lot of stuff that I do, and so it's difficult to put it all in a nutshell, and or like in a small little summary. But that's more or less in a broad spectrum of what I do. So keep in mind, I prefer a partnership rather than like the once-off stuff, because you can't have different people working with your admin, with your bank statement, with your compliances. So for me, it's about partnering, and then working together in growing your business. So that's more or less the idea. So if you are looking for a admin business partner that can do social media marketing, sort out your compliances, help with different aspects and give advice on different aspects of your business, that's me. That's how I operate. So, but it's your choice. There's no there's no strings attached. So you do you, I do me. We all do it. We all do ourselves. So that's the most important thing. So that's more or less what I do. So I've the experience I've gained over the years, I'm trying to give that back to businesses in the form of services. That's what I do. Okay. And one thing that lies very close to my heart is the community. Okay. And we have a lot of local businesses in the community. That now, this is pre-COVID, but now since COVID, there's even so much more because so many have been affected by COVID. Some have lost their jobs. Some just can't anymore. The livelihoods have been so massively affected that they had to resort to doing something from home. So there's a lot of people that's doing things from home, and a lot of people are obviously doing similar things. But there's nothing wrong in promoting everybody. We need to be able to help each other and grow each other, and that's what's important for me. And so with this program, I try to do that, but so if I ask for people to send me their posters and stuff, it's their choice. I can't force them. I can only ask because all I want to do is help. Okay, that's all I want to do. I just want to help. That's why it's called the support program. I just want to support you, help you to get from step 1 to step 2. So and it's just additional marketing. If you're already sending your stuff to somebody that you're gonna be selling burgers on Friday, what's wrong in sending it to one more person? At least that person is actually gonna share it, and there's a possibility of more orders. That's all it is. It's free additional publicity, free additional marketing. That's all you need to do. And on this platform, obviously you send it, and then I will, from my side, I will then do mentions. This is obviously more regarding data and stuff that needs to be covered. So, but that's why I try to make it as affordable as possible. So in the previous one, I have mentioned levende dienste. They are wheelie bin cleaners. So that's definitely people that you should support. We don't have a lot of those in our areas. And what I like about them as well, they do a very, very good job. So the workmanship, the professionalism that they have is amazing. It's a very high standard, and this is it's easy to recommend somebody when you have seen their work, and that's why it's important to get recommendations. So if you have somebody that you can recommend, send it through. I mean, what's $10 in supporting a company? I mean, supporting a friend, supporting your business. Why? What's wrong with that? So if you are interested in getting your wheelie bin cleaned, professionally, high pressure cleaner, environment friendly chemicals that they use. So this is what's nice about levende dienste. So you do life and they do the cleaning. So they not only provide a service to you as the customer, as the client, they also at the same time provide a service to the planet, which is very, very important. And that's a niche that I like what they have. So if you are interested, they have the fortnightly cleans for $80, and they have the weekly cleans for 130 rand a month. So you can contact Ulrich. His number is 078-586-0345. So give him a shout and have a chat to him and see how he can assist you and book your cleaning. Summer is here, so your bin is going to stink more. More germs are cultivating as the bin is closed and with the heat. So instead of taking chances in you getting sick, let the professionals handle it. Okay. Then we also have a company called Comfort Square. They have beds and accessories, so there's beds and mattresses. Okay, so a local company in the Helderberg that manufacture these things, and they have very very affordable pricing as well. So they have 5 different kind of beds. It's called the Hotelier, Pocket Deluxe, Pocket Firm. They have the Majestic and the Ortho Comfort. And what's nice about them, they cater for all sizes, from single to king size. So there's actually a bed where when you roll over, you're actually still on the bed, and or the big size bed where the whole family can actually lie in bed and enjoy movie night. So if you're a loner and you only want the single bed, there's for you as well. So they cater for all sizes, and what's nice about them, they have 3-month laybys as well. So that's definitely an option. Keep in mind, it's non-refundable laybys, because obviously once you start with a layby, they need to do the bed. They need to manufacture that bed for you. So if you're not going to continue paying that, and if after the 3 months, if you haven't fully paid, then you're going to lose it, because they already incurred all the cost in advance. So they give the 3-month layby option, but keep in mind it's non-refundable. So if you take that option, make sure you can afford it, and then make sure that you pay them, so that you can obviously get your money's worth as well. And so it's about them not losing out either, but it's something they have created because they know everybody is cash strapped. Not everybody can afford a king size bed and mattress for like the hotelier is like 4,300 rand, and that's like it's a turnable mattress, 2-year guarantee, 20-year warranty. It's a 5-turn bundle with added edge support. It can take about 120 kilogram per person. So that's more or less what they have. So if you want a pocket deluxe and for the king size bed and mattress, the bed set is like 4,500 rand. So they have different options for you available, depending on what you want. The entry level is the Majestic, which would be only up until the queen size, but that's like 2,600 rand for the bed set. So they have all these options, and they cater for everybody. So it's just a matter of, if you're interested, you can contact them, and their number is 082-864-1818, or you can check out their Facebook page, Comfort Square. So they do beds and accessories. So that's their niche. That's what they do. Okay. Then a guy that you have to look out for, this is Riyad Thomas, so he has Thomas Grass Cutting and Gardening Services. Wherever I go, I see this guy, he always gets good reviews. People like what he does, always happy customers. Definitely a guy you can give a shout at. If you want to just call him, Riyad, listen, this is what I need done at my house. This is the trimming I need done, the grass cutting, whatever it is that you need, that's the guy that can sort you out. He also does some tree felling, weed killing, landscaping, deep yard clean out. He can even do some basic electrical stuff, pool cleaning. So he does a bit of everything, and so that's also somebody that you can contact. He is in the Helderberg area. So contact Riyad at 064-473-1886. Definitely, guys, should give a shout. I have to give a shout out to, or like I say, always professional, good quality service. That's somebody that you can definitely give a call. Then, if you're battling with your vehicle licensing, registrations and stuff, Phoebe is the person you should contact. So she does your license renewals, your registrations, and licensing of new and second-hand vehicles. So she runs the whole process for you. She gets your docs. She goes there. She waits in the queue. She gets it all sorted, and she brings back your documents. Done, dusted, sorted. So that's definitely somebody that that you can give a shout at. So that just contact Phoebe, that they can sort you out, and that you can know that your stuff will be handled in a professional way and everything sorted. And Phoebe can be contacted on 084-020-5498. Okay. So yesterday we had a chat about different kind of stuff, and I mentioned of what we're going to talk about today. It's the purchase order, letter of award, letter of intent. Okay, so purchase order, that's mainly to do with goods. So if you're tendering to a city of Cape Town or a whichever municipality, government institution, or a business, and for this tender, there's goods that needs to be provided. Okay, so they have a tender for the supply of, I don't know, hand sanitizers, soap, pencils, whatever. So now you are awarded the tender, and they give you a purchase order. With that purchase order, that's a legally binding document as confirmation that with this purchase order, you will get paid within that time frame. Okay, be very, very careful. There are also people out there that that makes fraudulent documents. Okay, be very, very careful to be make certain of who you're dealing with, the institutions, the companies, because there's people at specific companies, syndicates that's involved in making fraudulent documents. So be very, very careful. Okay, um, I've heard about a lot of things that happen to people, so be very careful about that. And it's the same with letter of awards and letter of intents. Okay, so your purchase order, that's what they can give you. They issue you with that, and that's your buying power to get that. Sometimes people would get the tender awarded, they get their purchase order, but they don't necessarily have the funds now to actually to purchase these items. And so if you're in that kind of pickle, you can contact me. I have people in my network that can assist with purchase order funding as well. If you have a letter of award, that's now the letter of award is mainly now also tenders, but that's now mainly regarding services. Okay, so your goods would be purchase orders, your services would be a letter of award that has a time frame with different penalties if you go over that time frame, etc. That's normally your thick book, your tender document, So they would then issue you with a letter of award, and then that's their binding document of commitment with you as your company for your services. So if you're in breach of contract, obviously then the contract can be cancelled. But if everybody does their thing, then there shouldn't be any problem. Okay, a letter of intent. This is not something where you mainly get this after huge amounts of discussions. So if, for instance, you a supplier, let's say yogurt. Okay, so you produce yogurt, and you pitch to Spa that you want to know how can you get their product in their shop. So then Spa would say, listen, this is the kind of stuff you need to go through. This is the checklist. So now you adhere to the checklist, all the requirements, you meet all the requirements. There's tastings, etc., and they're happy. Now they say, okay, fine, Justin, you can make yogurt. How much can you produce? Because at the spas, they say, for instance, in the Helderberg, let's say for argument, there's 10 spas. So to cater for all the spas, you're going to need to be able to give us, like, let's say 200 6-packs of yogurt per week, for instance. Okay, so but currently your capacity might be only 20. Then you can tell them, listen, my current capacity is 20, you require 200. If you give me a letter of intent, because that letter of intent will then be a commitment from SPA to Justin, saying, Justin, we commit for the next 6 months or year that we will purchase at least 200 6-packs of yogurt for this duration. And it might increase if everybody loves it. So obviously there's now a formula calculated. So this would be the amount of sales I would get, this is the profit I would get, etc. Then with that, I can then go to funding institutions and say, listen, this is the problem I'm sitting with. My current capacity is only 20 6 packs of yogurt, 26 packs of yogurt that I can produce at the moment with my current structure. But SPA requires me to do 200 per week. I can currently only do 20 per week. With a letter of intent and with them seeing the financials that goes with that letter of intent, that funding institution can say, no problem, Justin, to expand your current infrastructure. This is what you would require. You would need a new premises. You would need new machinery, etc. All this comes to a certain cost. Now, with that cost, then with the letter of intent, they automatically will make contact with SPA to confirm the letter of intent, and if that is the figures as I have presented to them, and with that, they can say, no problem, we will give this to you, we will loan the money, expand, but then obviously there's a lot of commitments from my side that I will need to adhere to remain in good standing with this, and that's the power of a letter of intent. So then it gives the opportunity for my company to grow, to move from 20 yogurts, the 6 packs per week, to 200, and that's the idea, and that's obviously where everybody wants to go when they produce their own products. So that's the power of a letter of intent. So that's normally what you get after a lot of discussion, after you have met all the requirements from buyers, if I can say that, like your Pick and Pay, your ShopRite, your SPA, OK, etc. So they have their requirements, you meet it, they give you a letter of intent, and with that letter of intent, you have the opportunity to expand your current infrastructure and automatically grow your business, etc., etc. So that's more or less what those three are about, But keep in mind, so before you can reach that level, you need to make sure that your foundation is sorted, in the sense of you must be compliant. Number one, your business must be registered. You must be compliant in all aspects. Department of Labor for your COIDA, your workers' compensation, very, very important. Your UIF. SARS is your tax, your pay as you earn, and if you have at least 50k sales, you must register for VAT. And with CIPC is obviously your company registration. So you must be registered on the Central Supplier Database, because with a CSD, it's like one housing unit for all your compliances, if I can call it that. So if you are registered on CSD, they would ask you for a report, or they request a report, and they will be able to see, okay, fine, it's Justin Mans, tax compliant, B certificate compliant, bank account compliant, accreditations, whether you perhaps with if you're in the silver industry or construction and you have CIDB, that will be linked to that automatically, so that's the accreditation you have, that's there as well. So your B certificate is there, your annual returns are there. So what happens is, so if you have not filed your current tax return, automatically on CSD it will show you're non-compliant. If your BE certificate has expired and you haven't renewed it yet, automatically on CSD it will show you're non-compliant. So this will give the whether it's the government tender or whichever client that you're tendering for, if they then have the access to that, and they can then say, listen, currently you are non-compliant in this. As you can refer to clause so and so in the tender document that you're actually supposed to be compliant in this. So, and that's what the importance of Central Supplier Database. So it's not necessarily for you, it's more for somebody else to confirm your compliance. Okay, so it's important to have that done as well. And then, depending on the kind of business you're in, especially if you want to move towards funding, it's going to be important to have strict control of your financing and your admin that goes around it, because you need to build your profile. So remember now, when you speak to a person, You have the opportunity to explain to them face to face, etc. When you submit documents, your documents speak for you. So if you show but you are compliant, it says something about you and your company. If it shows, if your bank statements, if they see there's no irregularities on your bank statement, because remember, your bank statement speaks of you. If they see there's a lot of cash withdrawals or a lot of cash deposits, then it makes them wonder, but why are they doing this? Why are they incurring cost? Why aren't they saving cost? What are they using the money for? Because if you sit with them, you could explain, no, but the withdrawal was for that. That withdrawal was for that. You can't do that when you submit your documents. The bank statement needs to talk on your behalf. So it's important that when you do a deposit into your account, have a description. When you do a EFT, and try always to rather do an EFT or a point of sale, that's a swipe. Try to stay clear from cash withdrawals, because with cash withdrawals, there's no description you can put there. The only description is a cash withdrawal. So try as far as possible to do your EFTs and to do a point of sale. It's cheaper anyway, and at least it's a reference that's there. So because your bank statement speaks on your behalf. And once your first year is finished, then you can actually then get financials done, etc. Because your financials will show what you have done, how you have grown during the year. And if your business is, how can I say, credible enough, or the risk is not as much to do business with you. Because those things are important when you apply for funding, you want to expand your business, etc. So what Admin Headache Solutions can do, we can assist you with meeting all the requirements of the funding institutions. We can't guarantee funding. That still stays with them. So, and sometimes with certain funding institutions, they require, they only give you a certain percentage. They might say, no problem, Justin, for this expansion, we will give you 60% of the funding you require. So I require $1 million. They will give me 600,000. Before they do that, I must first come up with 400,000 before they even start with that. So keep in mind, it's not just about getting money the way you want it. And what they do is, once you can confirm I have the 400,000 in the bank, no problem, they're not going to give you the 600,000, just there we go. No. They would say, okay, no problem. What do you need first? Okay, for quarter one, you would require only 200,000 Rand of the 600,000. So let's do that. Then you need to implement based on your projections of what you've told them, what you're going to spend the money on with with the budgets. You need to spend it according to that. And if they can see that you've actually done it as you have said you would, that means now you are proving yourself credible and being honest and being a person of integrity. Then they say, Justin, you have met the requirements of quarter one. For quarter two, as per your budgets and your projections, you require another 200,000 Rand. Here is the 200,000 Rand. Then I have to do the same thing again. Prove my worth. And if at the end of quarter two, if I've implemented as I have projected, and they can see the growth is happening while the implementation has happened, then they say, no problem, Justin, we are happy with quarter one and quarter two. For now, here is the final 200,000. And now as the business grows after that, what's nice about the funding institution, now they have seen how you work. You have proven your worth to them with your discipline, integrity, your honesty, etc. Then the opportunity for further expansion is always there. So they first give you a little to work with, and if you can prove yourself worthy, the opportunity is to get more. So that's what it's about. That's at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want the bigger one. We want the bigger picture. Everybody wants it, but we need to work towards it as well. So it's not just about just getting it the way you want it, when you want it. No, it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of stuff that you need to do as well. Okay, so just to do another round of business shout outs as well. There's people that send this stuff through. Just want to go in here and check who's on the WhatsApp line. Somebody was sending me stuff on the WhatsApp line. Let me check here. Okay, let's check here. So, okay, so we have Sizzling Cook. So she sent a couple of stuff through. So she has sizzling savory snack boxes, 100 units for 500 Rand. So there's like 25 mince mousses, 25 quiches, 25 chicken pies, and 25 bologna pizzas. Or it's 25 mince mousses, 25 half moons, 25 chicken pies, and 25 quiches. Or it's 20 mince mousses, 20 quiches, 20 chicken pies, 20 pizzas or half moons, and 20 dulces. So that's the different options you have for the 100 units at 500 and per set, per snack box. So just please order 1 week in advance, and you can WhatsApp 0793321738. That's for Sizzling Cook for the snack boxes. It's 100 units at 500 Rand. WhatsApp 0793321738. So that's what they have at the moment. And let me check who else sent something through here before we sign off. So there's a guy, he's sorry, I'm just moving this stuff here. So there's a guy that sent me now. There's a new auction website that they're uploading now. So I will put this in the comments afterwards. So they have a Facebook page and they have a website as well. So you can go to www.2csee.co.za. Have a look at that, and you can also upload some services and stuff there as well. So thanks, Pio, for that. I'm going to check if somebody else came through. That was basically it for now. So send your stuff through. If you have different kind of whatever services you have, whatever products, whatever, send it through. So for this week I'm just doing a couple of freebies, if you want to call it that, just to give an idea of what it is exactly what I mean with the business mentions and with your specials, so that you can be aware that this is more or less how the format, how it will work. So from next week onwards, from Monday onwards, these sessions will only be during the week. So from Monday onwards, all the sessions, if you want a business mention, it's $10 per session. You decide on how many sessions you want me to mention your business. Keep in mind, a special is one thing because it's not as much detail. If it's going to be like your full price list, which I can also do, it's going to have to be like $20. I can't do a full price list for $10. Let's do a full price list for $20. That's if you want it. If you want only your specials or only certain things, only your business mention and an overview of everything you have to offer, send me your stuff. And so I will then put the banking details there as well. You can send it through, reference with your business name. Let me know if I've received it, and you say that's for how many sessions you want it. So if you're paying $200, I know that's for the next 20 sessions. So I'll try to do maybe 2 or 3 sessions per day. All depends on noise around us. So today is a good day. Even though it's garbage day, it's very quiet. That's why I could do it now. It's not always the case, so I'll try to do it when I can, so to give more exposure as we go along. Keep in mind, if you are for community stuff, that's free. Community stuff is not something I can charge for. That's I don't know. That's like wrong on so many levels. So that's not something I can do. So let's. Those are the things I prefer to do for free. So if you are aware of a community project that's happening, if you know there's fundraiser that's to do with somebody that's perhaps sick, and they need to cover their for fees, if they whatever kind of fundraising you are doing, something that the whole community can benefit from. I'm not talking about your event where you make money. No, 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 that's not for free. I'm talking about an event that's created for the benefit of the entire community. So if you know that there's going to be on Saturday, there's going to be a market somewhere where everybody is invited to bring their goods and services to promote, that's the kind of stuff I would like to mention. If you know that there's, like we have now, this one family, the the girl, she lost her mom, her dad, and her sister. That was now in this week, or somewhere, yeah, early this week, over the weekend. If there is a fundraising effort that's happening towards that, that is something I will definitely do for free, because that's where we as a community need to pull together to help somebody else. Those are the kind of things that I will gladly do, gladly. So I already do it when I share those kind of things to try and get assistance, but that's something I will gladly do. So if there is anything that you are aware of, maybe there's suggestions you want of topics you want to chat about, you're more than welcome to let me know. If there's anything you want to know, more suggestions and stuff, questions you have regarding your business, something you want to know about your business, but you don't know who to contact or where to find out exactly, let me know. If I don't know, I will find somebody who knows, and I will give you the answer. Because at the end of the day, your question might be a question that somebody else also has, and that answer cannot just benefit you, can also benefit somebody else. So ask. It's the easiest way to grow, is if you ask and you get your response, and that way you can know, because that knowledge gives you power, gives you more confidence in when you're operating your business, in how you go forward. So I want to thank you for your time, and keep in mind, these sessions I share to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook groups, um, Instagram story, it's on Google Business, and it's on my WhatsApp status. I think I mentioned everything. Yeah. So it's the first session is already on there. So this one I will do on there as well. So contact me. Let me know how many sessions you want to book for, and then I'll make sure that that is then done for you. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.